Dearest Mooji, I kindly ask you if you can answer this question. Is there a global I? And is it the same I? I mean, are we the same I? Many greetings, Suzanne. Is there a global I? So the simple way we can say this. What is this global I? Let me say, I would refer to that as just consciousness, because that is the common substratum for interrelating true consciousness. You have to be consciousness to perceive, to be aware of your senses and the functioning of thought, emotion, the sense of other, of life, of the world, of time and change. All of this would be impossible to perceive if it had not been for consciousness. So I'd have to say consciousness is that root material, and that the sense I is denotes that perceiving entity. Spontaneously feel the sense I. Anyone who can perceive or think, feel, be aware of your feelings, be aware of a world and so on, only on the basis of consciousness. So that consciousness is there a global I? Okay, let's say like this for now. And sometimes as we speak and people go more into it, I start to then say, okay, I see where you're coming from. Well, no, that's not the global I, you see? So we're not speaking mathematics here. We're not talking about some things that have straightforward, what you may call, unarguable facts or something. We're speaking much more subtle, about subtle things, you see. Is it the same I? The same as what I, you see? Is it the same I, this global I? I mean, are we the same I? Are we the same I? I could say the I is one, but are we the same I? I would have to be asking, who do you refer to as we? Because that's already an assumption, you see. You have not brought up who are we, and is this we the same we everywhere? You see, you have not said that. You say, are we the same I? So is the we separate from the I even? You see. You follow? Because I just want to pick it up like this, Are we the same I? Have you questioned who the we is, or who the me is, to say, are we the same? If you said, is the I that I feel the same as the I that is felt in other bodies, that would be a bit more clear. But you say, are we? And I say, we being what? So it may seem as though someone asked a very straightforward question, but if you look into it, you may find that actually we have to go more and more into this thing. Otherwise, I'm just giving you some sweeping statements, and my heart would not be satisfied with that. So hopefully, Suzanne, you will reflect a bit more. When you say I, what are you referring to as I? You see? So I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to go further with that for now, because we have a few of these things to look at. No? Yes, okay.
Maybe this question can be asked like this, because I said a similar question. Me and you as consciousness are same. No? But when I realize myself, for example, she doesn't get enlightened, or all the consciousness doesn't get enlightened, so I'm some kind of a part of the consciousness. No? Because where I reach, who am I? There's nothing there, just me, just consciousness, but then I come back to this body, but then the other beings in this body doesn't get enlightened.
Yes, I said before this thing that it's the testimony to the strength of individuality, because if the I is the same, identical in every way, then when I become awake in one body, it would automatically become awake in all the bodies, isn't it? But that's not been nobody can say that. What happens is that when the I awakens to its origin, in one body, it perceives in that body, I am the same one in each body. But in each body, that realization has to happen. You see? One by one. And we don't even have to go to awakening for that. Because even in the state of strong belief in duality, where there's a belief, I am John, you are Susan or someone, we are very different. Our names are different, our bodies are different, our color is different, different star signs, all these things. So we are so different, all of us. No? Now, where's the sameness in us? Most people don't look for that. So you must have reached some stage to be able to say, yes, I mean, we are all consciousness. You must have gone through something to feel, well, we are all consciousness, but yet there's some individuality about consciousness, because if one awakens as consciousness in one body, then why don't the same awaken to all the, if it's the same, it must awake spontaneously in all the bodies. So it's definitely not the same like that. In each body, it has to awaken. You see, just like if you had 10 bells, you strike one bell, and then you have to strike each bell to have the sound of each one. You see.